Alright, hey, my name is Gary Cleveland. There's no butterfly knife in this video, so if that's what you're looking for, check my other videos. This is going to be more or less, I'm just going to pass on some advice that my dad gave me. This is going to be sort of not really a tutorial about fist fighting, but basically my dad gave me some advice when I was a young kid. I see a lot of my subscribers are young guys, and that's awesome. And if you are in any way going to be involved in physical violence, I'm not talking about guns and knives, I'm talking about just merely self-defense and fighting in general. If you're going to be involved in that in the future, I'm going to give you the advice that my dad gave me after my very first fist fight at age maybe like 15, 16, right around there. After that fight, my dad gave me some advice that honestly has changed the course of my life thereafter. I've always abided by what he told me, and it really has just been awesome. I can't say enough good stuff, and hopefully you'll feel the same way about this advice. All right, so let me tell you about my first fist fight. Okay, so I was having I had just moved back to wherever I had moved, to Atlanta, and I was having a issue on the soccer field with this guy. He was shorter than me, and he was bullying me, to be honest with you. And so but he was smaller than me, and I was like, okay, well, all right. So it finally culminated when I just said, all right, let's fight. We'll meet in the smoking area outside of high school after school. And so I showed up, sure enough, out in the smoking area. I'm like, okay, he wasn't there. I was like, okay, maybe this, and then he showed up. I'm like, okay, here we go. I'm having my first fight. So, put up my dukes. I have no idea what I'm doing. So anyway, basically, the fight lasted about 30 seconds. I swung at him, punched him in the back of the head because he had ducked. He spun around, caught me in the face with a sort of a miraculous spinning back fist, and that was it. We had both hit each other, and we stepped back and said, hey, man, we don't need to do this, and ended up being great friends thereafter. That's how it'll go a lot of times. But so anyway, when I got home, I already started to have a little bit of a shiner going. I got home, my dad saw me, when he got home, whatever, and he said, oh, you got in a fight? I said, yeah. And he didn't even ask me whether I won or lost. He said, was the guy bigger than you or smaller than you? And I said, well, actually, he was smaller than me. And he said, you lost. And I said, no, wait, no, we each hit each other once. He said, no, you lost the fight. And I was like, what are you talking about? He said, look, and here's the advice that my dad gave me. Anytime you fight someone that is smaller than you, you will not win the fight. All right, it's two scenarios. One, you beat this kid up. All right, the person is smaller than you. If you are bigger than them and you beat them up, you look bad. I mean, even chicks are gonna think you look bad. You are just, you're a bully. All right, now the other scenario is you fight the littler guy and he whoops you. Well, then you really look bad. And you're going to have a hard time because every little dude's going to be looking to take you out and establish a reputation. All right, now the converse is that you only fight dudes that are bigger than you. You don't ever square up against someone smaller than you. Now, in this instance, you can only win. All right, so what happens? Dude is a lot bigger than you. You go at him, you give him everything you got, and like my dad said, don't ever let them forget that they fought you. All right, so I'm not condoning violence, but I am saying when you do get into it, go all the way into it. Especially and you'll have no problem with it when you're fighting dudes that are bigger than you. And so let's say you go at this big huge dude and he hands it to you, broken nose, you got a shiner for 2 weeks and lacerations and scraped up, and well, he's not going to forget that he's not going to just push you around in the future. It's on, so he's going to look for other people to push around that are not going to come back at him. All right, and now what happens in the other instance? Big dude is pushing you around and you hand it to him. Maybe you, one of my favorite moves, I'll just quickly, somebody bigger than you is in front of your face. Well, if you just take your palm like this and you drive it straight up through their jaw, don't look at this as the contact point. Look at their teeth, their top row of teeth. Picture that as the contact point of your palm. Just drive that palm straight up and if you picture the teeth as the contact point, the top teeth, more than likely you'll fracture the jaw, and I guarantee they won't be talking any more smack about you. But so anyway, let's say bigger dude is on you, he's constantly badgering. Well, what if you just hand it to him? You know, what if you just hand it to him? Well, then now no more big dudes are going to be coming after you. When you fight here's the short side of it. When you fight someone smaller than you, you're gonna lose. You can't win. Even if you win the fight, you still look bad and you still get a bad rep. When you fight bigger than you, only people that are bigger than you, that's the only time you engage physically, you'll get, no matter what, you'll end up with an awesome reputation. Even if you lose every fight, you are the dude, the little dude with the big huevos who will go. That dude is gonna go, he's going to go. All right, so that's my advice. It's worked well for me. Hope it works for you. All right, y'all stay cool.